G'day and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I want to show you the best way to use a foam roller to improve the mobility of your tissues. Spoilers, it's not rolling. So as a physiotherapist, for the best part of the last 20 years, I've been really interested in trying to figure out what the best way to do things might be. And my passion is to be very results-based, where I don't want anyone to have to trust what I say. We want to base everything on the results that the things we get you to do give you. And foam rolling is no different, where if you are doing your traditional calf mobility and you're rolling out your calf muscle, you may obviously feel that it does genuinely loosen up your calf muscle. But what I've found over the years is that we have better techniques that make bigger impacts in less amounts of time. So if we take the calf muscle as an example, traditionally with general calf muscle foam rolling, as the name implies, we'll intuitively jump on the roller, we'll move around and try and find where those tight lumpy bits might be, and then we'll grit and bare our teeth if it's tender, but we'll consistently try and roll backwards and forwards under the impression that we're massaging that tissue free. And as I said before, it's not to dump on this and say that it doesn't make you feel any different. It may very well do that. But if we can apply some different techniques to the same process, then you might just feel like it gives you a much better result for less effort and in less amounts of time. So as I said, instead of trying to find that tight spot and then rolling that out to whatever degree you feel comfortable, what it'll get you to do instead, rest and stay on that spot. If you need to put some extra pressure through there, you can. I'll just use my hands for the purposes of this. What I want you to do instead is if you can bend and flex your ankle, the idea being that we're trying to pull that tissue past that roller to shear it free. We want to do this for 30 seconds or a minute, and what you should find is that however tender and tight it felt to begin with, it should gradually start to feel softer and looser and softer and looser as you go through this process. And at some point you might need to put a little bit more pressure through there, but then very soon afterwards it should start to feel like it gets that little bit easier and easier and easier. And again, it's no different whether you're using a ball or a roller. We can pop the roller into your forearm and then again try and bend and flex that tissue through the roller to shear that tissue free. Now, while that technique can really help with your arms and legs in optimizing how quickly it feels looser for you, when we're using the roller on areas like your back, which again is inherently safe, please feel free to watch this video if you'd like a little bit more information on why that is. But if you're using a foam roller on your spine in the hopes of freeing it up, it can be quite difficult to place the roller on a part of your back and try and shear that tissue free. It doesn't really work the same way. But the other version of this technique that we can do is once you've found something that feels a little bit stiff or a segment that feels restricted for you, you can recline over the top of that. You can slide your hands under a seat or a stool or something. I'm lucky I've got my wall here that I can hold on to. But the idea here is once you've found a spot that feels tight, we can tense up the muscles underneath that foam roller, again for 5 to 10 seconds. When we relax, they'll give a little bit, and then you can go further into that position than what you could before. And how that might look for your calf is it's the same idea, where once you've found some tightnesses or a specific area that feels like it needs your attention, you can tense that tissue in that area for 5 to 10 seconds. Again, when you give, it should relax a little bit. It creates this reflex in your brain that maximal contraction is followed by maximal relaxation. And you should then feel like your shin or your leg or your calf sinks that little bit deeper down onto the foam roller. And then all you need to do is just keep looking around for the spots that feel meaningful to you. Give them a squeeze for 5 to 10 seconds, then relax. Keep repeating that process so long as you feel like it's needed or warranted, and then relax. And then keep hunting for what's meaningful for you. And if you combine the tensing and relaxing with the active range of motion at the same time, you might find your ability to mobilize the restricted tissue that you're trying to mobilize will be all the more effective. But as I mentioned, over the last 20 years as a physiotherapist, just rolling on the tissue alone may no longer be the best use of your time with a foam roller. But again, as I mentioned before, I don't want you to have to trust me. Give it a go yourself and let me know in the comments down below which one of those 3 techniques you found the most beneficial at mobilizing some restricted tissue in your body. And if you can nail those techniques, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at what impact they might be having for you. So as always, I genuinely hope that that was helpful for you. If it was, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you want more of these helpful tips and tricks from an experienced physiotherapist. But as always, I genuinely hope that that was helpful, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.